Hello, Control Alt listeners, and welcome to another exciting episode of Control Alt Listen. Today, I'm really privileged to have Radwa Hassan, Director of Marketing at OpenText. Radwa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Suren.
Radwa, it's really cool to sit and interview you because I know we normally have you interviewing all our guests and clients. So I thought today would be a good opportunity to get your perspective on a few things. Being at Leap, the one thing I noticed in Saudi Arabia, as an example, is everything is so big and so elaborate, and everybody has such amazing ways of showcasing their technology stacks. From a marketing perspective, how do you see the difference in the way we go to market from a marketing perspective in the Middle East versus other parts of the world?
That's a great question to start with because the Middle East has a unique nature in how marketing is approached. And it's mostly about how immersive the experience can be for the customers. So, take for example an exhibition as big as Leap. It started 4 years ago, and from the point it started to today, it has brought in a lot of new technologies. How can customers engage? How can they experience a brand? How we as even marketeers can bring in a different perspective to our brands compared to other markets. So customers here in the Middle East have very high expectations as how you as a brand would bring in your latest and greatest to showcase this compared to others. So it puts you in on your toes all the time because you want to bring the best to the customers because this is how the culture is here.
Okay, great. And when you're talking about that, I mean, yesterday I walked around and I think what struck me most is brand awareness. You know, brand awareness, presence in the country. How do you see the role of marketing fitting in the sales engine of an organization?
Marketing is pretty much a main contributor to the engagement with the customers along with the sales. And I've always seen sales and marketing as going hand in hand, not just supporting, because you handle the relationship from one end and the sales handle them from another end. If we don't complement each other and deliver the same message, then we would lose the customer somewhere. So it's how can you bring in a different perspective to what the customers see in the brand. So when they meet with the sales, they would have the same understanding. You are a big brand. How can you deliver this impressive image about your brand to the customer so that when the sales go there, they have the same understanding. They know that you are a tier one country, company, and this is how your brand is perceived. Technology is now contributing very much so to how you can bring in different perspective to the brand. Take for example how we are trying to use AI in the photo, yeah, as an experience for the photos that customers can take away from the event and still remember us. So it's how you stay memorable.
Yes.
In a positive way for sure.
Okay. So one of the things that has been a common trend throughout Leap and all these events that we go to is the conversation around AI. And we've been speaking to our customers around how AI impacts them. But I'm interested to get your perspective in terms of how AI has impacted our marketing go to market and how we've moved away from like telemarketing, I think, from back in the day to the different fields that we have today. Can you talk a bit about that?
To be honest, we're still figuring out the different ways of how AI can be leveraged at scale. Because as an individual, you can use the different tools, but to scale and use the AI tools for marketing in the corporate world, it's still being tested on some scale. So we're testing a tool to try and do editing for our content, to use it for social, to amplify certain messages. But as a statement, AI is going to be a game changer for marketing for sure in different aspects. How far it's going to be adopted in one organization over the other, that's going to be the question and the measure of how fast you can move into that.
Okay. You touched on the element of social. A lot of people are curious to understand like what is the role and importance of social in a marketing strategy.
It's something that complements the whole journey for customers. So digital and in person go together. Again, being consistent with your message and your presence online as offline. And social is one big contributor to how customers see you and really get an understanding of how your team is being visible on social. Their engagement, how they're reaching to their customers, is a great tool to give the brand an organic visibility.
Before I let you go, I have one last question for you. So for all the future marketeers or people who want to get into marketing, what are the top 3 things you can leave them with in terms of getting into the field?
Great question. I would say the top and most important thing to me is to stay young in your learning journey, a growth mindset. Don't look at problems as problems, look at how you can solve them. We are living in very complex environments with so many different stimulation from all the technologies around us. If you get distracted and you don't keep yourself focused on learning, especially with AI coming now, you're going to be lost in the noise. So I think that's one important thing. The second thing is the relationship with the people and the team that you work with. This never fails. So the more you have great relationship with all your colleagues, with the people you work with the sales teams, and how you can bring value, I think that's what really makes a big impact.
Great. So I think in summary, I take out from this is be curious, be willing to learn, and it's still the people's business in the end of the day.
100%.
Radwa, thank you so much for making the time to talk to us. I really, really value your insights.
Thank you, Suren, for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on another episode of CTRL ALT Listen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest episodes, and we look forward to engaging with you soon.